Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning everyone. My name is Pramudia Chandra Dimuka. I'm a student majoring in public health. At this moment, I am going to inform you about my purpose of this talk is to update about the how to prevent obesity. I shall only take 7 minutes of your time. So, first of all, I will inform you about what is obesity. Secondly, why is it important to prevent obesity? Third, main types of obesity classifications. Fourth, how to prevent obesity. And finally, overall conclusion on how to prevent obesity. So everyone, if one of you have any question, I'd be glad to answer any question at the end of my presentation. So at this point, I will inform you what is obesity. Obesity is a complex chronic disease characterized by an abnormal or excessive accumulation of body fat that poses a risk to an individual's health. This condition develops gradually as a result of an imbalance between calorie intake and energy expenditure when more calories are consumed than the body uses. Obesity is associated with an increased likelihood of developing various non-communicable diseases such as type 2, diabetes, cardiovascular disease, hypertension, musculoskeletal disorders, and certain types of cancer. It affects people of all ages and socio-economic backgrounds, and its prevalence has been rising globally due to changes in lifestyle, dietary habits, and urbanization. So next slide, I will inform you about why is it important to prevent obesity. So first, serious health complications. Diabetes, especially when poorly controlled, can damage multiple organs and body systems, including the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, eyes, and nerves. People with diabetes are nearly 3 times more likely to develop cardiovascular disease, and 1 in 3 may experience vision problems during their lifetime. Uncontrolled diabetes is also a leading cause of kidney failure worldwide. So secondly, high mortality and early death risk. Diabetes is one of the leading causes of premature death globally. According to WHO, millions of deaths each year are directly linked to diabetes or its complications. The disease shortens life expectancy by increasing the likelihood of heart attacks, strokes, and organ failure. So third, preventable through lifestyle changes. Most cases of type 2 diabetes can be prevented or delayed through simple lifestyle adjustments, maintaining a healthy weight, engaging in regular physical activity, eating a balanced diet, and avoiding tobacco use. These preventive measures have been proven to significantly reduce the risk of developing diabetes and its associated complications. So the next slide, I will inform you about main types of obesity classifications. First, classification by severity or BMI based obesity. First, class 1 atau milk obesity, BMI 30 and 34.9 kg per meter. Class 2, moderate obesity, BMI 35 and 39.9 kg per meter. Class 3, severe or morbid obesity, BMI 40 kg per meter. In Asian populations, the BMI cutoff for obesity tends to be lower due to higher metabolic risk appearing at lower BMI levels. Second, classification by fat distribution. First, central or abdominal or android obesity. Fat accumulated around the abdomen and internal organs. This type is strongly linked to metabolic disease such as type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and cardiovascular disorders. 2. Peripheral or gynoid or pear-shaped obesity. Fat is primarily stored in the hips, thighs, and lower body, and is generally considered less risky than central obesity. So number 3 is classification by cause or etiological obesity. Primary or simple obesity is the most common form, resulting from an imbalance between calorie intake and energy expenditure, influenced by genetics, diet, and lifestyle. Secondary obesity is caused by underlying medical or hormonal disorders such as Cushing syndrome, hypothyroidism, polycystic ovary syndrome or PCOS, or as a side effect of certain medications. So next and lastly, genetic or monogenic obesity, a rare type caused by mutations in a single gene affecting appetite or metabolism regulation. And last is other recognized types of obesity. They have two main types in there. So first, sarcopenic obesity, characterized by low muscle mass combined with excess body fat, most often found in older adults. It increases the risk of variety and physical limitations. And last, hypothalamic obesity. It results from damage or dysfunction of the hypothalamus in the brain, disrupting appetite control and energy balance. Next slide is how to prevent obesity. Obesity can be prevented through a combination of healthy eating, regular physical activity, and lifestyle management. According to the World Health Organization or WHO and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention or CDC, maintaining a balanced diet that is rich in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, legumes, and nuts, while limited to high in fats, sugars, and salt is essential to control body weight. Regular physical activity, such as at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week for adults and 60 minutes of active play daily for children, helps balanced energy intake and expenditure, building healthy habits from an early age, such as proper nutrition during pregnancy, exclusive breastfeeding, and encouraging physical activity in children, can significantly lower obesity risks later in life. Additionally, adequate sleep, effective stress management, and minimizing sedentary behavior are equally important for maintaining a healthy metabolism and preventing excess weight gain. So that brings me to the end of my presentation. So let me just run over the key points again. So the last is overall conclusion on the how to prevent obesity. Preventing obesity requires a comprehensive and lifelong approach that combines healthy eating, regular physical activity, and supportive environments. According to the World Health Organization or WHO, obesity is largely preventable through balanced nutrition, which includes consuming fruits, vegetables, whole grains, legumes, and nuts, while reducing foods high in sugar, saturated fats, and salt, maintaining an active lifestyle with at least 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week for adults and 60 minutes for children helps balance calorie intake and expenditure. Early interventions such as promoting proper nutrition during pregnancy, exclusive breastfeeding for 6 months, and encouraging healthy habits in childhood play a crucial role in prevention. In addition, public policies that create supportive environments such as regulating food marketing, improving urban spaces for physical activity, and promoting health education are essential to make healthier choices accessible for everyone. Overall, obesity prevention depends on consistent individual action supported by collective societal efforts to promote long-term health and reduce the global burden of this disease. So thank you everyone for your attention. So I'll be glad to try and answer any one of you question in the comment section. So thank you very much, and assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.